Renaissance Center in Detroit is on 14 acres of land. It even has its own zip code and post office. Every day, 12,000 office workers and 3,000 public visitors visit it. So how is it possible that not one piece of trash ends up in a landfill? John Bradburn is the global manager of waste reduction efforts for GM. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is mind-boggling. How is that possible?
Well, our landfill-free program is something that we've been at a while, but in this case, at the Renaissance Center, it really involved a lot of diverse type scenarios. As you mentioned, a lot of people, a lot of retailers, a lot of tenants, very, very large hotel, that sort of thing. So we were able to do it in a way that generated revenue. We were able to do it primarily through collaboration. Building enthusiasm amongst all the various teams here. Downtown Detroit, an iconic building, wasn't easy, but perseverance, I think, really was key as well.
What were some of the biggest challenges in achieving this status?
We had to look at these sort of things. Really, wastes are nothing but resources out of place, and that's how we had to look at it. So, for instance, large mattresses, for instance, at the Marriott, those count. Those are part of those daily operations, which is something you wouldn't typically think would be generated from an auto manufacturer, but in this case, everybody was involved, all the various entities. Those were difficult, but we found an option. We worked with a local recycler who recycled those materials. Really, it was the challenges include bringing that collaborative group together, the data, making sure our data was good and sound. Landfill-free means that all those various materials, as I had mentioned, are managed in a non-landfill-free option. Reuse is very important. Recycling, of course, those various materials, composting, all those sort of options count, and really how you do it is try to do it from a great financial aspect. That is, bring revenue in as well, so you help the environment and you also generate money.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
On a daily basis. Waste
reduction, you feel, is good for business.
It's excellent for business. It's really imperative. Any good project has a financial aspect to it, but you try to do it in a way that helps people. It helps the environment. For instance, we have cardboard generated at our plants that we make vehicle parts from. We take vehicle part scrap, reprocess it into coats for the homeless. We've made wildlife nest structures from some of our vehicle part byproducts, like the Chevy Volt battery covers, wood duck nest boxes, bat houses. All those sort of innovative type applications are important. So it's really about thinking of waste in a different way. It's a resource that's out of place, but it's also an opportunity to help society, but it's also a very good business type scenario.
So if people are watching, how can you help make your company landfill free?
If they go to gm.com, they will see and search for sustainability. And in there we have a blueprint for zero waste. And it gives a guidance, it's available to all, on how to do these sort of things. We have 112 operations around the world that are landfill free that follow the same sort of procedure. We mentor other companies, and we also receive guidance from other companies. Doesn't matter what sector, retail, food, other manufacturers, we all generate stuff, just as the families do in their homes. I recommend families look at these sort of things and really create a challenge. What can these sort of things be used for? The containers, the packaging, all these sort of things are generated in manufacturing applications, but also within the household.
It's incredible what you've done. Again, that website, it's gm.com.
Yes. Yeah, and there's other information there relative to our landfill-free program, our other sustainability initiatives, and alternative energies, solar and wildlife habitat, and community outreach.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and take care.
You too. Again, that was gm.com.